I just want to do some quick analysis on the current session and the current week. And I'll cover the short that I took against 60 earlier and the Feld short against 43. So first I want to look at the daily. So we've been in this higher time frame balance for many sessions now, so keep getting that rejection near 65. Yesterday, we had a weak ISM report, another one, but this is also the first full session of September. So we also have the market. There's going to be fears around, historically weak seasonal flows for September. So that's probably a big part of that too. So a really strong move. The way it was auctioning too was very intense. Lots of liquidations, buyers getting ran over constantly. And I mentioned yesterday, before the drop, that if sellers keep stepping in the way that they are, this could potentially go down. I didn't expect it to test this soon, but our next level on the daily, 5509 early area, which was tested in the overnight session. And it's based on the way it was selling yesterday. I don't expect it to just turn around right away after that intense of a break out of balance. You'd expect either, some kind of choppy day or a bit more continuation. Since we're trading right into a level, I guess you could say the little bounce and squeezing out some of the shorts would be a little more likely, but it could have gone either way. But I was expecting a seller to step in though. After that kind of selling, you don't just typically retrace that kind of a move. Anything's possible though in the markets. I'm just going to hit play on the session here. This is right when it started trading above our 5560 level. This was a new level I added yesterday. See how clean that is? That low volume node area. We broke down and then we found sellers right into it. So that would be kind of like the main area that I'd expect some kind of rejection today. If we didn't get one at 43, around 43 to 50. And then in overnight, we reclaim back above prior day high and we're just chopping around above it. And then we get above VWAP and we're holding above 30 after they open. We popped right away. I think this was during the JOLTS report, which came in a little weaker than expected. Yeah, so there was a lot of volatility during that. It was very choppy and volatile. So it's a pretty tricky session. Not that many good trades. I would say the 60 actually was probably the best trade of the session. And I mentioned earlier that it's going to rally and some shorts are going to get squeezed if it can't start building volume below 30. So we were seeing this distribution building above the overnight here. So if it cracks out of 30-minute opening range, it's probably going to test 60 most likely, or a little higher. So I was just looking for any sign of weakness there to short that back down inside. Yeah, so right away we can see that it's stalling here. I'm going to fast forward that a little bit. Should break pretty soon. It was a really clean consolidation though on this 1000 tick chart. It was just from high to low to high to low to high. And then it barely ran it. Okay. Then on the DOM, we can see that consolidation as well with this volume distribution up near the high of day here. I've actually mentioned these many times on FinTwit when we break out of these. These are often nice. So this is right where I was hitting in here. Right as we're getting, near 60. These buyers are trapped. Seeing some aggression from sellers. It's pushing pretty good here. We want to see it reject on this back test. It's fine if it goes a little above, but we definitely don't want to see it trading above 65. All right, I'm going to fast forward again here. Okay, so sellers defended. Got another push there. Yes, we can see it's unwinding pretty good here. So if you're in the short, pretty much good, and you do not, or at least I don't want to, based on my strategy and how I'm trading, I don't like to, when I'm right and it's moving like this, it's the pace of the auction's pretty good. It's going in your favor. You don't want to just exit right away. That's a mistake I see a lot. Is locking the profits out of fear. You just got a good entry. It's in the middle of no man's land between your key levels. So there isn't really a point in exiting. We expect it to roll over on if it bounces, so this isn't anything to be worried about. I'm going to fast forward again. We saw the deltas rolling over as well. I'm going to reset the DOM. Let's see. I'm just fast forwarding here. Yeah, so we can see that sellers are aggressively in this move here. I don't want to sit and watch every little tick, so I'll keep it going a bit. See the auction pace spiking down here. Okay. You can see the move showing up on the 5-minute as well. So we had a pretty strong bearish candle. Closed well below the prior. We got a little rejection when we went up to test. So it's looking good on that as well. And as I mentioned, I think I showed it in the screenshot, but I had mentioned after I took the short, I was wanting to, first targets were going to be 43 and 30, but I wanted to see how it reacted at the 30-minute opening range high. We could have potentially got another bounce right there, so it did end up bouncing a little bit. Fast forward to that. Did a little fake out right there. Should be testing. Yeah, so it bounced. It's kind of tough to see it because it's right on the edge there, but bounced right at the 30-minute opening range high there. We're just looking to see how it auctions though. Let me reset this. It was a pretty shallow bounce right into these little lows here. That's ideally where we'd want to see it just roll over again or get rejected. Yeah, and I mentioned after the bounce, I said that there was still a seller in there. So it really looked like it wanted to crack. Go for at least 43, maybe 30. It's going forward a bit. Then it bounced at VWAP. Once it makes this big of a move, it's often going to test into that. It's a pretty clean low volume node there. So that's where buyers are. That's the main spot they're defending at during RTH. This was just a quick little wick move there after Jolt's report. So that's why there's not going to be much positioning. Yeah, basically I wanted to show that, that's a big part of a good setup. We want to see some kind of rejection or weakness right near a key area. That's what we're looking for. So sometimes it just happens. Really clean auction like that, and it breaks and then it's gone. So you can see that the trend is clearly broken after it breaks out of this, and it's back below a key level. Back inside value. At that time, I think value was still pretty high, but we eventually made it back inside, so. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to cover. Thanks, guys.